Sorry folks, I'm quite new to the community, so please give me the credits of the rookie when I take on classics like CC, but his video is so good, I really had to take it on. It is, by the way, titled "We will one day land on Mars on our flat Earth," without any appearance of Mars at all, of course. I had to do it mainly because I'm working on several videos about an alpha male softset pickup artist, and honestly that's quite depressing work on a Sunday afternoon. So, CZ released this video some hours ago and proves again that he suffers not only from a lack of basic interior design skills, not to talk about the mess in his kitchen, but also from two severe misconceptions. First of which is, of course, the whole flat earth thing. Second, and by far more important, he doesn't understand the principles of YouTube at all. It may be hard to understand for some boomers like him, but YouTube is not a continuous loop like his classic cable TV. There will be no hole in the program if you don't fill it, Chris. Really not? I know, Chris, you feel this obligation to deliver something, to fill the dark hours between 3 and 4 AM, but you don't have to. And please, please don't do it. Okay, so much about that. Let's dive into a weird sea of plain nothingness with CC, and which, by the way, could also be called space, Chris. In your case, the space between your ears.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 2:22 or 2:12:22.
Okay, finding out the exact time is a complicated thing. We won't discuss the theoretical approach to solve this issue in detail. I don't want to overstrain your capacities, Chris.
Please charge the battery is low.
I'll have to turn that off and charge it. I'm being told what to do. Well, you should be used to that. You're being told what to do, right? Okay.
What a great punchline. Oh, really? Yes, we are sometimes told what to do. But if you think you must obey your diffuser or whatever this RGB monster be as your highest instance, well, obey, sheeple.
Couple things here we should get into. World War. You see, there is no possibility of that ever happening. And you know why? You know why? Because every country has signed a treaty.
Yeah, treaties are a fantastic way to prevent wars. They always worked so far. Well, except for World War I and World War II, where nearly everybody had some treaties with everyone else. And treaties worked out very well for every other war before. That's why we had as good as no war ever. Or isn't it like that? But this time treaties really will work. I'm sure about that.
We've all agreed on something. You know what that is? See, we can't go down in Antarctica and build anything out there and try to get oil or anything like that. Now, we signed a treaty.
You're right, Chris. We can't go down on Antarctica. There's nothing like up or down on a sphere, and besides, it's not the worst idea ever not to dig for oil in this very fragile and for the world extremely important region. Environmental disasters behave mostly like wars and treaties. They don't give a shit. And either your fantasies are sordid or your grammar is bad. Getting down on Antarctica? Psh.
And if you don't know about that treaty, it's not going to be even questioned until, I don't know, 2041 or something. Whatever it may be, it doesn't make a difference. There is not ever going to be a world war as long as that treaty.
According to every single map on this planet, the Ukraine is at the Black Sea, and not in the middle of the Antarctic Ocean. So what does the Antarctic Treaty has to do with this region? Can you tell me that, Chris?
Is out there for every country. 52 countries have signed it. So this bullshit the media has been plowing out there to get people to watch them, it's bullshit. It's nonsense. It's garbage. There will never, ever be a world war until this treaty that was signed from all of these countries has been broken. So you're all safe. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all bullshit. And you know why you can't go down to Antarctica and investigate anything? Because that's the end of the world. And it's kind of ironic, isn't it? In a way. That's the end of the world.
Now I'm riddled. My former boss visited Antarctica and climbed Mount Vinson several years ago. I've seen his photos. He was there, definitely. Neither did he bump or some glass walls, or did he see any ice walls. He would have told me so. And he was legal there with a group of mountaineers. They didn't even need the allowance of the New World Order. So...
I mean, really? Am I not saying something you don't understand? That's the end of the world. Because we're covered with a dome. Space doesn't exist. Those stars up there are an amazing light show. It's like the Hayden Planetarium. You know, you walk in there, you see Saturn, you see all these planets, they're all round. But can you land on it? And you can't.
There is no end of the world, Chris. A sphere doesn't have any end, and even if the world would be a disk, spoiler it isn't, it would have no end, because also a disk does have no end or beginning or anything in between. So, is that so hard to understand, man? It's basic elementary school level, really. So let's imagine for a second to walk into your planetarium. From where exactly we are coming when we walk into it, assuming that we are living under your idiotic cheese dome in which you let your Chester brain ripe, metaphorically spoken of course. That's idiotic on every possible level. And it smells of old cheese.
Just like we have only dug down 8.5 miles below our surface, but yet you're programmed to believe all of the bullshit that they put in the goddamn freaking pages of nonsense that are feeding your children, of layers and layers and layers and magma of the planet.
Okay, the intellectual U-turn is made. Now we are approaching the fake science highway. That was quick. But your alternative for that? Mandatory videos of you at school? Leaving generations of pupils in psychiatric treaty afterwards? I don't see that either.
It's all bullshit. It's all nonsense. And I especially hate what's coming up right now. You know what it is. It's that Super Bowl Sunday. The trained rats that are going to be sitting around their TV when they could be doing something like looking up flat Earth.
Okay, Chris, I'm not into American football either, but be assured we don't have any rats in our apartment, trained or not. In your case, I'm not sure about that. Do they have names like your cockroaches? Do they?
Instead of watching nonsense. You know what? That's it. I'm done. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and letting me be a part of your life.
Okay, Chris, I hope you appreciate that I won't sue you for stealing me 4.45 minutes of my valuable lifetime just with watching vacuum streaming out of your mouth. But for heaven's sake, what was that? The Ukraine crisis, flat earth, Antarctica Treaty, empty batteries, cloudy references, and rats watching the Super Bowl in one go? Well, that's quite an achievement. And it leaves me speechless, honestly. If you want to see more like this, do the usual things like the good old like, subscribe, bell combo. I'm JerryLass, mocking idiocy, and I'm out.